I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up, run it up. You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog, so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
If God for me, who
Next
could be
up,
against me?
it's the Seahawks
I guess all
on the clock.
that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like
The
I'm
Atlanta
conflicted.
Falcons are now on the clock.
East Coast, the 6'4's
The
hitting
Chicago
switch.
Bears
It's
are
not a
now on the
conflict of
clock.
interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast
On the
rocking
clock
them
now,
Timberlands, deep
it's
up in
the
the trenches.
Tennessee Titans.
It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spring. And now
On
you
the
got
clock now, the Houston
If God
Texans,
for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me.
the Las
They the
Vegas
ones stirring
Raiders
up the
are on the
conflict.
clock.
They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
The Carolina Panthers now on the
East
clock.
Coast, the 6'4's
With the
hitting
next
switch.
selection,
It's not a
it's the
conflict of
Pittsburgh
interest.
Steelers.
With the business, West Coast rocking them Timberlands,
On the
deep up
clock
in the
now,
trenches.
the Detroit Lions.
Fourth and inches, I'm finna hit a lick and handle
With
business.
the next pick,
I got it down.
the Jacksonville
She real vicious.
Jaguars are
Rock
on the
by,
clock.
baby. No witness, this is not even a conflict.
On
You
the clock
nonsense.
now, it's
Got
the
the same
Los
way in
Angeles
Brooklyn and
Chargers.
Compton. But with a gang to make a profit.
The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock.
See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat
Now,
gold chain
on
with
the
an
clock,
African
the
medallion.
Texans.
Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent.
The
All about the
Minnesota
clout
Vikings
and all about my
now
dividends.
on the clock.
Them older couldn't tell me
The
different.
next
I need
selection,
a roundaway girl.
the New York Jets.
Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be
It's
against
the
me?
Tennessee
I
Titans
guess all of
now
that's
on the
against me.
clock.
They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
The Houston Texans are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Green Bay Packers. On the clock now, the Buffalo Bills. The Baltimore Ravens are on the clock now. The Kansas City Chiefs now on the clock. Now the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. The Tennessee Titans are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. With the next pick, the Raiders are on the clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock now. It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock. It's now the San Francisco 49ers pick. They're up. Next up, the Patriots are on the clock. It's now the Indianapolis Colts selection. With the next selection, the Saints are on the clock. The Los Angeles Rams now on the clock. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. The New York Giants on the clock. The Green Bay Packers are now on the clock. The Buffalo Bills are now on the clock. The Baltimore Ravens now on the clock. On the clock now, the Kansas City Chiefs. On the clock now, the Seattle Seahawks. It's the Bears now on the clock.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stars. Go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you, parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we about to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here,
It's
I'm the real
Steelers
truth.
now on the clock.
Trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like
the
mildew.
next
They
selection,
say you don't
the
visit
Lions
the hood,
are
no,
on
I
the
still
clock.
do. A real one, only difference,
On
my
the
bill's
clock
bigger.
now,
I'm still
the
with ya. I
Jacksonville
just got rich a
Jaguars.
little quicker. The same man, God handed me his
The
game
Los
plan.
Angeles
I ain't
Chargers
perfect, far
now
from it. What
on
can
the
I
clock.
say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go
On
against
the
the
clock
team,
now,
the thing they
it's
know
the
not
Denver
to do.
Broncos.
Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after
Now,
time,
on
we
the
do
clock,
the
the
impossible. It felt
Texans.
like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet from South Carolina to
Minnesota
Maryland. I take
Vikings
the
are
jet today.
now on
I'm
the
still
clock.
on the come up, I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove.
The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
They try to defamate my character, but I won't let them.
Vegas Raiders now on the clock.
The world hopes she... Mother Nature's my
The
first
Denver
shorty.
Broncos are on the
Go
clock.
ballistic and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I
It's
don't
the
need no
Dallas
permission.
Cowboys
I'm
now
so
on the
indebted
clock.
to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above.
next,
Now check me
the
out.
Philadelphia
Down with
Eagles
Fridays,
are
I'm
on the
serving
clock.
greens. Before I was popping, I was
On the
nursing my
clock
dreams.
now,
Now I
it's
ain't
the
never been
Tampa
a
Bay
gangster, but I know a
Buccaneers.
few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the
It's the
rings. I
Atlanta
done spoke
Falcons
too much.
now
Close
on the
curtain
clock.
is seen. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine.
On the clock
I ain't
now,
holier
the
than thou.
Chicago
I don't
Bears.
judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme.
The
Let's
Houston
get it.
Texans are
Yeah.
now on the clock.
Hit boy, we got another one.
The Panthers are on the clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers are now on the clock.
I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible.
With the
Go
next
against
selection,
team,
the
thing they know
Carolina
not to do.
Panthers
Bright lights,
on the
game
clock.
line, do what I gotta do.
The
Time
Jaguars
after
are
time,
on
do
the clock.
impossible.
The New England Patriots are now on the clock. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. Next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock.
DJ Bosky, let's get it.
With the
We the
next
champions.
selection, the Browns
Los
are
Angeles.
on the clock.
We doing numbers.
With the
Bring it home,
next
victory,
selection,
straight out the
the
huddle. I'm at
Cincinnati
the plug, introduced
Bengals
to my
are
brothers.
on the
My
clock.
squad superior, ain't none above us.
With
We
the
doing
next
numbers.
pick, the Kansas
Gang in
City
the building, we
Chiefs are
taking
now
it over.
on the
Call it
clock.
promoters.
The
I just pulled up in
Indianapolis
state with my
Colts
soldiers.
are now
I'm good,
on the
I'm
clock.
still- Last minute, I'ma need me some.
The
Call up
Dallas
Khalif.
Cowboys are now
Brandon-
on the clock.
You know I stay with some bad little baby.
The
TGOD, baby, know that's
Philadelphia
the gang.
Eagles
Crazy girls
on
after
the clock
game.
now.
We going hundreds, we going insane.
The Jaguars are on the clock now. Next up, it's the Seahawks on the
I'm
clock.
shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the
The
trophy. Feel
Chicago
like Freddie
Bears
Mercury,
are now
we
on the
are
clock.
the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it home, victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow they mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring it home, victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. The Detroit Lions now on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. The Chargers are up now. They're on the clock.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
The Denver Broncos are now on the clock.
It's a mini given Sunday magic.
Next up, the Cleveland Browns are on the clock.
In the field with the play, Sean Madden.
And now on the clock, the Minnesota Vikings. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. Next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock. It's the Cowboys now on the clock.
In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Light skin, primetime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain.
With the next selection, the Ravens are on the clock. It's the New Orleans Saints, now on the clock. The Chiefs are on the clock. It's the Bucks, now on the clock.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Light skin, primetime action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
Now the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. The Kansas City Chiefs, now on the clock. The New York Jets are now on the clock. It's the Carolina Panthers, now on the clock. The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock. The New York Jets on the clock now. It's the New England Patriots, now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. With the next selection, the New York Jets. On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. The New York Jets are now on the clock. The Los Angeles Rams are up. They're on the clock. It's the Bills now on the clock. On the clock now, the Baltimore Ravens. On the clock now, the Kansas City Chiefs. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. With the next selection, the Falcons are on the clock. Next up, the Titans are on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles, now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Atlanta Falcons. With the next selection, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Green Bay Packers are on the clock. Next up, it's the Packers on the clock. Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers. The 49ers on the clock now. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock now. The Bengals now on the clock. Now on the clock, the Giants. On the clock now, it's the Green Bay Packers. It's the Buffalo Bills now on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers. With the next pick, the Kansas City Chiefs are now on the clock.
I'm downstairs.